important. So in this video, I'm going to break down the 4 steps and a framework that anyone can do to start their business, even if you have no experience or you don't know where to start. A lot of people are interested in building an online business, but there's a lot of info out there, and sometimes it's hard to figure out where to start with all that information. This comes straight from my book, The Blueprint to Building Your Online Empire. It's on Amazon. I'll link it in the description. Now, in the previous video, I taught about building your value ladder, and this framework is like the foundation to make that work, to get people to give you money on autopilot. So this framework is the foundation you'll need to build your online business and to make that entire process work. First, people have to find you, and the way they find you is what I call your hub. This could be a website. It could be a landing page. If you use something like ClickFunnels or Kajabi, if you don't know what that is and you're a beginner, that's okay. I got something that's going to help you with that near the end of this training. But it's where your content will live, where you provide people on a consistent basis. And a YouTube channel, for instance, may be the center of your hub, or a podcast, or a blog. So for instance, you need to define what you do best. So if you're good behind video, obviously YouTube would probably be the center of your ecosystem. That will be your hub. If you're a good speaker, then you would podcast, right? And if you get it, right? If you write, then a blog would probably be, your hub. Now, once you define what you do best, you want to pick the platform that is going to be your hub and then produce great quality content to post on that platform. That's the first part of this framework. And you might be asking, well, how do I find that great quality content for my audience? So what you want to do is just sit down and create a list of about 25 topics to create content around. You can search YouTube or Google. Those are the top 2 search engines. You could look at questions related to your topic or your niche on Quora, or you can find it in related Facebook groups. This is where you can find things to make quality content on. Now, the next part of this framework is to create great products and exceptional customer service. Now, as far as products go, you can use the same process that you use to find quality content to create great products. You're still solving a problem. You're just packaging it into a solution that people can buy, and you go into more detail inside that. That would be, for instance, an online course or something like that. So how do you get there? The follow-up is where the real value is. If someone asks you to create something or ask a question, let's say you make a video on a particular topic in your niche and there are comments there. You go through every one of those comments, and those are ideas to create courses around. That's where the value is. This is where you can get ideas for products. You answer those questions in your course or your product. I want you to create a product. In the last video, I gave you how you could create an ebook in like 10 minutes, right? That could be a product, or an online course. That could be a product. Create a product. Write a follow-up email sequence to support their purchase. For instance, if you have a webinar like the one I'm going to tell you about at the end of this, right? You could write 2 emails. That's all I have for my webinar sign up. Okay. And the first email is, hey, thanks for joining. You send them an email with a link to, say, a workbook that goes along with that. And then the second one can be a follow-up. How did you like the webinar? Did it provide you value? This kind of thing. That's following up. And then they'll be on your email list. Hopefully you're getting their email. And you want to solve a major pain point. This is usually found from the research when you're creating your content. And then you want to give them detailed steps. Step-by-step systems work well. For instance, for most of my videos, I like to do like a 3-step system, or how to do this in 4 steps or something like that. That works very well on YouTube. The third part of this framework is to have a funnel that converts. Now, what funnel do I use, or what is a funnel? A lot of people ask this question, and here's how you figure it out. So to do this, what you do is create a lead magnet and write an email sequence that leads to your product. So for instance, a lead magnet could be an ebook. Again, I have a video that teaches you how to do this in under 10 minutes. So you could literally have a lead magnet, and then you can write 2 emails in an ESP, which is an email service provider, to deliver that particular lead magnet. You want to run multiple tests to see what works and what doesn't. So for instance, let's say you create the lead magnet, you set up your emails in your email service provider. What you want to do is take yourself through every step of that process to see what it's like for somebody who would be subscribing or who would be trying to opt in for that free piece of content. And you want to have an enticing way for people to enter your funnel. This means a great lead magnet. As an idea for lead magnets, a worksheet, it could be a mini course. The biggest thing is to keep this as simple as possible. Okay. So again, a lead magnet can be anything, a workbook, a worksheet, it could be a video series, or a free online course. And there are a lot of tools that you can use to build these things very simple and very easy. The second thing you need is an email service provider, or an ESP, right? And you write pre-written emails that get sent out whenever someone signs up for your lead magnet. And then you test. You sign yourself up to try to get that free resource. It's nothing worse than having built up something, but people are not getting the free resource, or the link doesn't work. So you want to make sure you check. You use your email to test your links, to test your pages, to make sure that everything works. Now, for a quick series all about what a funnel is and how to build one, there's a link in the description. I'll link to that video. The last part of this framework is testing the funnel. And I just told you to make sure to run yourself through the entire process. And I'm going to talk a little bit about ads. If you're not there yet, that's okay. This is just a concept, okay? Ads are now a part of pretty much everything that we do. So if you're ready for this part, ads are a great way to get more eyeballs on your content, or to get people to your business, okay? Do I run ads? How do I test my process? We're going to cover that over the next few slides. The first thing you want to do is put it out to the world, okay? So if you don't have an email list, I mentioned in the first part of this framework, create that content. From that content, you'll start getting comments. You'll start getting people that are interested in what you do. So you want to launch this, test all the emails, all the products, all the lead magnets, and then you start promoting this nonstop. Now, I'm going to give you a bit of an ad testing strategy, but I would say start small. Once you gain momentum, then you can scale it. I would first try to get organic traffic and do this on my own on social media, or free like on YouTube, as proof of concept first before running ads. So I'm going to give you a way where you don't spend that, where you don't lose that much money. To be honest with you, this whole thing is just testing. You got to throw it out there and test and see what works, and then improve as you test. There's no specific strategy that for sure works. So any gurus that tell you, oh yeah, this will work, they have to run tests. So you run yourself through the complete process. Don't skip one email. Don't skip one link or one page. Check everything. Now, here's the testing strategy I was talking about. I would start with, say, $100. If you have an extra $100, or if you can afford to do the extra $100, start with $100, right? You run people through your funnel and see how many people buy. So that would be, all right, I spent this amount of money. I spent $100. I got 1,000 people. Out of those 1,000 people, 100 signed up, 2 bought. Okay. And then you can track those results to see where you need to adjust. This is how you can come up with your ad testing strategy. And then I would run 10 tests. If you're low on money, run 3 tests. Okay. See how many people come to the funnel. Like, for instance, how many people visit a landing page if you make one, and then see how many people sign up from the people that visit that landing page. And whoever you use, they'll have a way to track this, or you can use Google Analytics. I'll make a video later covering how you can set this up via Google Analytics. You want to take, once you run people through this test and you do this ad testing strategy, you want to take the lowest performing test and use that as your benchmark, so that you know, okay, at the very worst, this is how many people come through this funnel. This is how many people signed up for it and gave me their email address. This is how many people bought. All right. So you have specific numbers, and then that can determine how much you spend on ads in the future. And then lastly, you want to put your ads on autopilot once you figure out that strategy that I just said. Now, let's just say if you spend money on your ads and it's not working, what can you change? What can you test? I would start first with the headline. Okay. That's the easiest thing to test. You change the headline, run a test again to see if you increase your conversion rate. If you change your headline and you get more of an increase, you can also change the copy, right? The words that are written under your headline that's also getting them to click. You can try to test that, but I would say test one thing at a time. Or you could change the media, which could be pictures or photos or a video if you have one. So you test one thing at a time to see which one of those things could be broken or may need improvement. What we've covered was just a bird's eye view, and this is kind of just the tip of the iceberg. There's a free masterclass that'll teach you, that'll go more into detail on this, how to build your online business in 3 easy steps. And you can take that free at bit.ly/yoursuccessclass. The link will be in the description, but that class goes into way more detail than this video did, and it covers 3 secrets to help you jumpstart your online business this year. Again, you can take it free. The link will be in the description. And with that training, you'll get a free workbook. It's basically guiding you from step A, I don't have a business, to step C, oh, I have an idea how to start this business, what to do next. And it'll actually give you step 1, do this, write this, and it'll give you some action steps that you can take to start your business, okay? So that this year you don't have any excuses on why you can't create some kind of extra revenue for yourself. All of this stuff that we're talking about is also in my book, right? It's on Amazon. It's at the link for it will be in the description. So make sure you invest in yourself. And that also has everything we're talking about. It has ad strategies in here and some other things to help you build your online business, even if you don't know where to start. If this video provided you value, please subscribe, hit that like button, and leave a comment on what your biggest challenge is in starting your online business. Leave it in the comments. I cannot wait to hear from you guys, and I'll create videos on the things that you have issues with. So don't forget to sign up for that free training. The link will be in the description. Peace, blessings, and prosperity.